Good afternoon. Welcome back to Passionate World Talk Radio Network, a wholly owned subsidiary of Global Media Network LLC. Educate, enlighten, and entertain. And in this episode of ScamDamNation, we are going to talk about the recent cyber attack at United Health Group's UNH to a new tech breach that affected the personal information of 119 people, the Health Collaborative said on Friday, which was yesterday, making it the largest health care breach in the United States. So, how does that make you feel, knowing that all these different companies that you belong to are getting breached? How are the scammers getting in and doing that? The hack at Change Healthcare affected the information of 100 million people, the U.S. Health Department posted on its website in October. Of course, the final number will be confirmed and filed with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services for civil rights at a later date. But the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, it certainly makes you suspicious when they tell you that all the health organizations have paused and letting you know what's going on. So what do? Now over at Change Healthcare, the people over there said that it was by hackers who identified themselves, excuse me, as Black Hat Ransomware Group, which caused widespread disruptions in claims processing and impacting patients and providers across the country. Change Healthcare is not aware of any misuse of individuals' information. However, I would not depend on them for protection. I would go ahead and do what it takes. And I have told you on previous programs of what you need to do. Contact the FTC, contact the police. More importantly, check out your 3 major companies that deal with your credit card reports, and also find out whether or not your information's on the dark web. The company issued a public notice about the ransomware hack in June last year as part of its requirements under the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Regulation. So that's funny. I use United Health. I didn't get contacted by them. Information made vulnerable in the United Health attack is believed to include health insurance member IDs, patient diagnosis, treatment information, and social security numbers, as well as billing codes used by providers. So, what are you going to do to protect yourself? Well, they don't really let you know what you need to do. And what you need to do, your first thing is to write to United Health or to Change and ask them how they are going to have this prevented the next time around. Because if you are careful and you take all the recommendations that have been offered to you this year and last year about how to protect your private information, your social security number, your health information, and your bank information, and then some company like this gets breached, what are they going to do to prevent you from being scammed later on? Now, I was doing some programs last week, and I inadvertently put on my phone number. And I had someone who listens to my program call me up and say, Lillian, get your phone number off because anybody can use that number and they can set up accounts, get credit cards, get a passport, get a driver license. And all they need is your phone number. You don't even have to sign off on it. So I'm letting you know that this is very important, that you need to pay attention if you belong to a major healthcare facility like Change or United Health or Aetna or Blue Cross Blue Shield or some of the others that are posing out there who takes care of you or your insurance, especially if you're with Medicare. You need to protect yourself not only from people who will try to scam you, but now you have to protect yourself from the companies who hold your information private and secure, and they are getting hacked. So you need to do something about it. And that wraps it up for today on this episode of ScamDamNation. Yes, it's a shorty, but sometimes short is better than long winded. So thank you very much for showing up this afternoon and listening about United Healthcare and Change Healthcare. Because if you belong to either one, you will find out how much of your information was picked up by people who may not feel friendly to you. You don't know what's going to happen in the next minute. And it doesn't help when you find out that you have been violated by companies that have sworn to protect your personal, your bank, and or your healthcare information. So you want to come over and take a look to this program all over again? Come over to passionateworldtalkradio.com, scroll down to State of Current Affairs, click on it. It'll take you to a page. Click on the Google link. It'll take you into the belly of the beast, YouTube, and you can see all the videos there. Not only this one, but all the other programs that we do. This program is supported by the Obstacles of Podcast Training, taught by 19-year veteran Lillian Cauldwell. Go to the webpage, educate.passionateworldtalkradio.com/masterclass, and learn how to podcast. It goes very well with artificial intelligence. So check it out. It is a good investment. And if you're thinking of looking at artificial intelligence, look no further. Go over to http://AI-with-Lillian.com. Click on the link. It'll take you right inside the belly of the beast, Ruby.ai. Take a look at the demonstration, what it can do for you, and then sign up for a monthly subscription. It will be one of the best investments with large returns on the dollar. I use it all the time. Couldn't get along without it. And I do a lot of research for a lot of the articles and papers I write. So take it from somebody who's been there, done that. Look into Ruby, Ruby.ai at http://AI with Lillian.com. And if you want to get your memoir, what you've done with your life, when I look at my life, I figure, boy, I haven't done anything. And then I start talking to people and say, oh my God, you've been around, you've done this and you've done that, and you know so much. And the next thing I know, I'm giving free advice. So if that's happening to you, you need to get your memoirs written. Contact at pwrnetworkllc@gmail.com. Well, that's all for the day. Keep warm. It's gotten a little bit warmer here in Pennsylvania, but not by much. And we'll see you next week. Thank you very much for listening and have a great day.